Hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, dogs and cats, cardboard crawlers of all nations, scales, and models. Look at this old C-10 here, getting her done. This is my original build here. This is the first truck I bought. It's come quite a long ways compared to what it used to be, just as far as different wheels, different, it's got an aluminum rear bumper on it, no front bumper. It's got the front grill shaved, or the body shaved all the way up to the grill. It is running a stock axle width with like a hot racing 4mm axle kit in it, with just the spacers, brass knuckles, brass boulder bars. It's got some custom sliders, just some aluminum tubing that like 050 aluminum tubing that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I put a slit in it, and then I pinched it to the bottom of the door, the kick panel at the bottom there. And yeah, Injora link. Those are the original Injora links. It's got a Trio steering link on it, I think. It's got the 43mm double barrel shocks. They're not hot racing. Man, I can't remember the name of the company that does those shocks. But they're just Amazon special. Great shock for what they are. RC Lions is who does those shocks. The orange and black RC Lions shocks. And I made sure to clean up the second barrel, the lower barrel. If you put a little bit of like 600 grit sandpaper on there and just kind of file them up a little bit, everything runs a lot smoother in there. It is running not a Purple Pro, it's running a Samix. That's what it is. It's got an 050 can Samix motor in there with a Lizard Pro ESC and the 4-channel GT5 style receiver in there. The one you get from Amazon, $16 little receiver. But anyway, it's great little truck. Maz Designs double stars on there. I think those are a version 2 double star wheel. Those might be the version 1s. I'm not sure. I get them confused. I can't remember which rig has which, but I have a version 1 and a version 2 set. The version 2 is a different offset, just barely, just like a millimeter or two different. So yeah, but it's sweet. It's running the Crawler Master MT tires, like 2nd generation, so it's got the really soft foams in them. They actually grip extremely well, especially in this kind of sandy, wet condition that I'm running it in right now. I mean, the rocks aren't wet, but the sand and everything is really damp, and yeah, I really like it. It's a great looking truck. It's a great running truck. I actually have a Maz Designs version 2 titanium chassis that I've been gonna build it up on, but it runs so good on this chassis that I just really haven't done it. It's just one of those things, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing, and so it isn't broken, and I haven't fixed it. I like running it the way it is. It's fun. My nephews each have or 2 of my nephews have C-10s, and they're pretty well built up. And so I like running this with them. It's fun to do that. And and it has a Grizzly Works. That's what makes it really special, is that it has a Grizzly Works LCG kit in it, and it makes it just get her done. So the battery's moved forward, the ESC and the receiver are moved to the back tray, super light, and it puts a bunch of the weight forward. I don't have a 4 point scale, like a balance scale. so I don't really know if it's exact, but you can balance it on your finger pretty much up, at the front of the motor mount, the center section. It balances really well. So yeah, it's a well built rig, and it's fun to drive, and I think it looks great on camera. Remember, if you like this content, please subscribe, share, tell a friend, build a truck so you can have some content of your own, or you can at least, know what it's like to drive one, and then enjoy the videos as well. So right here, pretty steep section, pretty kind of gnarly. Like, I think my longer wheelbase rigs will make it up through this no problem. And I'm just trying to get my wheels into this crack right here and see if it'll climb for me. I'm not too sure, but I have a winch real handy, so I couldn't make it, so I hooked the winch, and then just a little tug with the winch, and I was able to just come right through and quickly unhook, and then once I got to the precipice, I could easily climb out of it, or climb down it. It's just it's a up down there, and we're in the new old section, the old new section, I guess. Not sure. It constantly changes. I've moved a couple of rocks around in here because there was really nowhere to get traction. That rock that's the rear tires just coming onto got put in just the other day, because I found myself, I would just get into I'd slip down into that sand, and then I just couldn't bump up over the heavy, so it's a little difficult. This spot's a little tricky right here. You kind of get hooked up, and then see, a little bump really helps. And then I think that rock that is off to my left there used to be up a little higher and was kind of your down ramp there, but it got moved. I moved a couple of rocks in towards the passenger side here that allowed this to be an interesting climb right here. So we're really getting some fun wheeling through here, having a good time. It's not too cold out tonight. When it's really cold, I just get like in a hurry to film, but it's not too bad. I mean, you need a jacket out there, but I didn't need any gloves. Had a beanie on. I was plenty warm, and the rig was running really good. So yeah, you get hooked up here. Usually you come straight through, but you usually come a little bit more to the driver's side off of that little wedge rock there, and I wasn't able to, but somehow I was able to just shimmy off. Ramp crab servo on this rig. Not my favorite servo, but not the worst servo. I mean, for $12, it put this rig back on the road after it had a breakdown. I had an Emax in there that both the tabs had broken off of, and it was literally like held in with baling wire and bubble gum. And so I ordered a ramp crab one day and put it in. I had an old style like brushless ESC in this, and with that ESC, man, it would like wiggle, jiggle, get crazy on you. And then so I put this, I had this Lizard Pro laying around, and I put that in there hoping that it would solve the problem, and it did. And then it got it off of a version 1 controller as well. Because what I did is I ended up building, a friend of mine out in California, he runs the general store on Soda, up on Donner Summit in Soda Springs, the Soda Springs General Store. Shout out to Tony. We built him a truck. We built him a little C-10. Someone had a body. I had a bunch of parts. We had a spare controller. We had a spare ESC. And so we ended up building him a truck. We had a little course going out there. I was out there in the spring last year, and we had a little course going right next to the store. So hopefully they're still fooling around on that. I think now they have enough snow where that course is getting covered, but up until just last week, I don't think they did. So yeah, good times. Yeah, super fun. Like I said, I really like this truck. I think that these bodies, they did a really good job with these. This one has a really nice ride height. I've got the wheel wells cut out quite large. I mean, The fronts could actually come back a little bit more, come back towards the door there. You can see these wheels, or maybe get a set of links that are just a little bit longer up front, kind of push this wheelbase out. And that might happen with the Maz chassis. So that's why I've been hesitating to build the Maz chassis. And I'm in no hurry. I don't really have any extra spare parts. Like if I went with that, I would probably want to put a brushless system in this rig. And, I'm just not in a position to do that right now. And it's okay, right? Like it doesn't matter. I have a lot of really fun trucks to drive, and I have fun filming them just as they are. So let's just keep it going, right? Having a good time. That's what it's all about. So I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and continuing to support the channel. Thank you so very much. I couldn't do it without you. Cardboard Crawlers, out.